Don't expose me for shit. I can expose myself. If I take my clothes off, expose myself.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Nayah here. I just had a great session with Tutu. We wrapped it up and chopped it up about my newest single, Chop Life, and what's to come. Stay tuned and follow me. Love you.
To another SitM Podcast episode. I am your girl Tutu, and I'm bringing you guys the Artist Spotlight edition today. Happy Saturday, y'all. I got somebody dope in the building. But before I get to that, if you guys are new, welcome to the family. Make sure that you guys check us out on all of our social media platforms, SitM Podcast, on everywhere, and make sure you also check us out on our YouTube, SitM Podcast, and make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Give us a thumbs up, leave us some comments, what you want to see, who you want to see, all that good stuff, and make sure you listen. I always gotta shout us out. This merch, listen here. The merch is where it's at, okay? SitMpodcast.com to go check out all of our latest merch. You can also check out who we have upcoming in the future and read our blog. So if you do know you are good at writing blogs, reach us out, reach out to us at SitMpodcast237@gmail.com. So, y'all, I just want to get into this, y'all, because I got a dope person in here. You know. I got like a whole queen in here. I got a first lady in here. A first lady in the building, okay? Hey. But before we talk to her, let me introduce her, okay? So, Nayah, formerly known as T. Nayah, is an award-winning singer-songwriter who was born and raised in Cameroon and moved to the United States in 2006. Her catalog includes EPs such as Triggered and Levels 2015, featuring King K, formerly Kimbo, and Hamid Idua. She has also released singles such as Motivation, All Night, featuring Gasha, Want It All, featuring Akanji. Y'all, let's give it up for the queen boss lady, Nayah. Welcome to SitM.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for having me.
How you doing? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
How you feeling?
I feel good.
You feel good?
I feel much better. I've been under the weather with a flu, but I feel so much better.
That's good.
Here.
Well, you're looking good, girl. Okay, first of all, y'all, she came in here walking like a yes, ma'am. It's the brown for me. It's the outfit. It's the glasses.
The browns this season.
It's the brown. She's giving us fall. You look real cute.
Thank you.
So thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you for having
Finally
me.
got you in the studio.
Yeah. This time by myself. I've been here before.
So talk about that. Like you said, you've been here before, so you're no stranger to the platform. Yeah. And I noticed that you are rebranding. Yeah. So why did you decide to rebrand yourself and your music? So tell me about that. Who is Nayah? Because at first you were T Nayah. Yeah. So go ahead.
So I mean, it's just over time, my music has evolved and I've gotten better, and so it was just time for me to change and just really put my foot down in the direction that I really wanted to go with my music. Hence, the name change from the difficult T.space Nayah.
What does the T mean?
So T is my middle name. It's for my middle name. It's the initial for my middle name.
Are you going to tell us your middle name? Nah.
I can tell you. It's Tainsa, which means peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
So essentially, I had the name T. and then whenever I would have to introduce myself, I'd say T.space. There was a time when I just started out and I put my name out there. It was T-. So, I mean, over time, it was just too much to say. So I figured, it was time to kind of change that, since I'm also changing the direction that I'm taking my music. And really, it's just the right time.
Okay. She said, I know this is the right time, so this is what's going to happen. So describe your creative process, because you said you change your name and things like that. So how would you describe your creative process in your music? How would you write your music now? How would you describe your sound?
I mean, there are several ways that I create. So I grew up loving literature and writing and things like that. So I tend to just sit and write things. I write things to get them off my brain. I'm sorry, I'm a little horsey.
It's okay.
I can hear myself as I speak. But yeah, I get things off my chest that way. I journal for the fun of it. So that's one of my easiest ways to write. I write a song, I put a melody to it, and then I take it to a producer, and they come up with the melody and add the drums and bass and get lead guitar and piano pads, you name it. But yeah, that's generally how I like to write. Now, in this day and age, somebody can send you a beat and say, okay, this is what I have, and you would have to come up with something tailored to that sound.
Beat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But typically I also like to write in the process, right? So being in the studio with the producer as they go, it's like we start from scratch and we're like, okay, this is the sound that I'm trying to get at. But usually for me to get there, I already have a message in mind that I want to convey.
Yeah, so I was just about to ask, like you were saying, you write stuff down. So what exactly do you like talking about? Because there's some people that like talk about love, and some people like talk about like fuck niggas, fuck bitches, like all that good stuff. Like, what do you like to talk about?
I talk about all of it.
Really?
All of it. Trust me. And one of the things about me rebranding and everything is just me being able to allow myself the freedom to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because in the past, it's like I would write, and the things that are really deep down there, they're from my journal. And I just leave it there, and I don't really bring it out. But, I'm trying to tell you, it's coming.
You got some heat. Oh, Lord Jesus Christ. The journal is coming out.
Yep, it's coming. It's coming. So it's all of it. So from love to just mixed feelings to not feeling the world around me to just loving life to just chop life, and then to just fuck you. I don't want to be around you.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
So all of it is coming.
Yes, I'm so here for it. So talking about, like writing, you talk about producers and meeting up with people and going through beats. Would you have somebody would you accept a song that somebody has written?
Yeah.
Or if you don't, why would not,
I mean, typically I like to be involved in the writing process just because it helps me insert myself and feel more, one with the song. But I don't mind people writing for me. And I've found that over time, as a writer, your writing gets redundant. So it doesn't hurt anything for somebody else to write and give me their style, or I can pick from here and bring all of that together and bring something new, something fresh. So yeah, I don't mind taking people's songs at all.
Okay, let me write for you.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, because I got some things to write about. So listen, if we could do some, fuck niggas get money.
Listen,
we can talk about some love.
I'm here for it. No, I'm serious. I'm totally serious. And that's one of the things. One of my goals is to be able to bring writers together, bring people together who love to write and really write things that it's not just one person's idea from top to bottom. It's like, okay, I give 2 lines here, this person
it's coming from different views and stuff. Yeah,
and it's so rich. I just really enjoy things like that.
So talking about Piggy, bouncing off of you just said it's so rich. What about music makes you feel so passionate? What drove you to I gotta do this? Tell us about your journey, the background.
So I mean, I always tell people I started singing at a very early age, from children's choir to,
I knew he was about to say, listen, one thing about us Africans, we always gonna sing in that choir. Our parents gonna make us sing in that choir. So I was
exactly. Well, my parents were in the choir themselves.
Okay.
So my mom grew up singing in their traditional choir, and my dad plays the guitar. He grew up singing in the choir as well, and he even played with some popular people when he was in France, popular Cameroonians. And so it was just kind of in the family. So when I loved music from very young, so I took an interest to it very early, and they would push me kind of yeah, go do it. But of course, it was just an interest, and I was still very shy. And then over time, I just developed myself and decided I really wanted to, see how far my vocals can go. They don't sound so great right now, but trust me.
She said, "Don't play with her."
So yeah, I pushed myself, and I'll tell you a funny story. So Flex and I, one of the first songs I ever recorded was in a makeshift studio in an apartment in Rockville. It was Rockville, Winton area. And it was Flex. I had my next door neighbor, he was like a musician, and so I did like a sample in his studio in the basement, and I sent it to Flex. It was like, whoa, come through. So I went and we recorded.
What was the song about?
It was a cool song and all, but like at the time I was still very shy and all. But I knew that this is what I wanted to do. I'd known that for a long time.
I want to hear the song.
It's probably somewhere on YouTube. It's somewhere on YouTube, and if you use Nayah, you would never find it.
Really?
That's all I'm gonna say. But
yeah, we ain't never gonna find it there. No way. I'll ask Flex where that song is.
So yeah, I got in the studio, and Flex was like, "No, right," and I was like, yeah. So we found a beat on YouTube, and I wrote to it, and I came back and I recorded the song and recorded another one, and that's how I was like, oh, I can do this. And gradually in 2016, I believe, or 2015, I put out my first EP. Yeah.
How'd you feel about that?
I was terrified.
Because you felt like as if you wasn't gonna get the reaction that like
I didn't get the reaction that I hoped to get. And that made it even worse.
Yeah.
I mean, I was already terrified because I was like, okay, I'm branching out on my own, and I'm going to really do this to try to push myself and get out of my comfort zone. And I did it. But I think the reason the reaction was not exactly what I'd hoped for was because a lot of musicians don't take into consideration the marketing and the business aspect of it. Mm-hmm. And trust me, baby, it's a lot of work.
It's treacherous out there.
Yes. So you think you're good in all of these things, but you have to have the other part of it together before you go out there just putting out music for free.
That's true.
So essentially that's what I did. I mean, I've learned over time, but yeah, that's exactly.
But you worked hard and look where you at now. So obviously, come on now. Yes, ma'am. We're going to give you a prop.
Well, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right. I want you to name your top 5 Cameroonian artists. Old school and new school. I'm not Cameroonian, so I'm not gonna know the artist, but we do. So Achoo, you can back us up because I don't know, but tell me. So top 5.
5 old school and 5
I want you to give me
new?
5 old school and 5 new school.
Ooh, girl. Oh, that's really putting me on the spot. All right. So first and foremost, we just gonna go with the diva Grace Dacre. Like, come on.
Okay.
I mean, from vocals to just style to just everything, it was just something very gracious about her. So it's like I grew up listening to her and that kind of stuff. So I really love her. Grace Dacre. Ania Zwe. She had a voice back then like no other. I still listen to her in this day just to kind of like learn where she came from and all of that to see how I can also tailor my own music. Baby Manga, God rest her soul.
That's 3.
That's 3. Tom Yums.
4.
Yes, he was a great vocalist. And let's see.
You got one more old school.
I can't think of a name.
You've been doing good so far because some people would have came on here and they'd be like,
I'm trying to think of.
Okay, you didn't know.
I'm sure there's somebody. I just can't think of the names. No, okay,
you done well.
Kotobas, yeah.
Okay.
See, that's the thing. I was going more so towards the vocals. Okay. But Kotobas, he is a legend. I mean, this man passed like years ago, probably before I was born. But his music, I'm talking about today.
Legendary.
When you go to a Cameroonian party, expect to hear Kotobas. It was just that good. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Look at you, got that. All right, so go ahead with the 5 new school.
5 new school. Why?
But I said wisely.
Why?
Wisely.
So, do you mean Cameroonians, like all of them, diasporan and?
Yeah, we're gonna
My 5 top. Mm-hmm. My top 5.
It could be big celebrities. It could be local celebrities. It could be.
So, do you want me to tell you whose music I love or who inspires me? Because it's a difference.
Okay, we could do inspiration.
We're
gonna do inspiration. Yeah, who inspires you?
Definitely local.
Okay.
Mimi. She's great. She sings really well. Daphne.
Yes. Okay. I'm glad you said because I got a question.
You got a question?
I got a question.
Well, that's 3. Let's get to it first. Let's get to the end of the. So yes, local inspires me. Mimi inspires me. Daphne inspires me. Who else inspires me? Singo ID. I mean, I was gonna save him for last, but like, everything.
I get you.
From top to bottom, he just is a walking inspiration.
Yeah, one more.
I got one more, and I only name people in Cameroon.
Oh, two more? Is it two more?
I said
No.
4.
Yeah, she said 4. So you got one more.
I got one more.
This the last one. Dun, dun,
Who
dun.
else? Who else inspires me in this Cameroonian music industry? Myself.
Ooh, come on. High five, purr. Yes, ma'am.
Which version of it?
Yes, ma'am.
He said which version?
You said which one, though? Okay, which version? All of it.
All of
All of it, yes.
All of them, top to
There's
bottom.
a lot of growth there.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I know that's right. You better put yourself on. Yes. So going back to Daphne, what is your relationship with Daphne? Like, how did that come about and things like that? Because I've heard of her before, and I've heard of her music too. She's like great. She's actually really like dope. She's very beautiful too.
I've never met her in person. Well, backstory. We were at the airport in 2016 in Cameroon, and I think her manager or something was leaving to come back here. And my brother was such a huge fan then when she had just put out her Rastafari song. I was a big fan then as well. So I've watched her journey from like jump. So we see her, and she, I guess it's not a big thing in Cameroon for celebrities, and we were running. We're like, Daphne, me and my sister. We're like, please, let's take a picture for my brother. So we took a picture and we sent. That was the only time I ever met her.
Oh wow!
And she probably, if she remembers the story, she probably didn't know it was me. But ever since, I've never met her again.
Well, Daphne,
Yeah.
we gotta make this link up, okay? So
Yes.
Daphne, if you come across this video, let's make this happen. You know, I'm like, I bring people together.
Yeah.
So maybe this will actually, we could bring you guys here together or something.
We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Yeah.
And you spoke about Singo as well. So what was that like? Because I know obviously we're going to, the big portion of this interview that I want to talk about is the, Chop Life.
Hey.
But how was your relationship with how did that come about as well? Because I know he was featured in the song too, so.
Yeah, so Singo ID is a singer and a songwriter and a producer, amongst other things. And so I had started watching him, believe it or not, when you put things out there, people are watching you, even if they don't say anything.
For sure.
So I was one of the people, I just was trying to pay attention to see what's going on in Cameroon, put my eyes out. And he would put out snippets, and he produced for people like Nabila, and I was following his journey essentially, and I loved his work from back then, but I never met the guy. When I decided I wanted to really take this a different route and really, go in this direction and work with people in Cameroon. I mean, I had my reservations.
Right.
With good reason, I had my reservations. I mean, being burnt in the past and just people not having the kind of work ethic that I would love to see.
Right.
I decided, I was like, okay, let me keep an open mind and try this. And I reached out to my manager, and she was like, okay, since you want to come home, I have just the right person for you. Now, granted, my manager, she's known me for a long time. She kind of had an idea of my sound and the direction that would be great. I mean, we'd had the conversation, but she figured the type of person that my personality would gel with as well. So she reached out to Singo and told him about me, and we exchanged numbers on WhatsApp, and we started working on WhatsApp.
I know that's WhatsApp. See WhatsApp? That's what we
I'm telling you. So we did a video call. I even have videos on my phone about it, and it was just he was going through samples, and we're listening. And first he had sent out songs that he had written already, and I was like, okay, personally, this is okay. I'm trying to keep an open mind. However, I do want to be very involved in the process. I mean, I was testing the water still. I wasn't as comfortable as I am now. So we started working over the phone, and then we wrote 1 song and 2 songs and 3 songs, and I was like, okay, I need to go to Cameroon because I'm loving this. It wasn't just the music, the energy was great. So I went and we recorded, and yeah, he would record the samples in the studio and let me go and, listen at home and make sure that I hit, because Sango, he would tell you, well, you sang it, but you know how producers, when they're like, you could do better. I'm
Yeah,
like, but
basically.
you singing it. So
Yeah.
yes, he would record it how he wants it to sound, and that's how Chop Life even came about. He recorded the sample, the reference, and he sent it to me. I took it home, and I was listening over and over and over to practice to come record the next day. And yeah, there's a version with just me, and there's a version with him, and the version with him was just much better. Yeah.
Okay, so talking about Chop Life,
Yes.
y'all. Okay, listen, Chop Life's all over. You
Yeah.
popping on YouTube. 41K views. Come on, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm telling you,
Come
it's
on.
beyond my wildest dreams.
Yes. You woke up and you just seen all the views. You're like, what? That's
I mean,
crazy.
we've put in work though. I'm not gonna act like we haven't worked.
Right.
I mean, the work. It's
But you
been
seen your hard
arduous.
work pay off though.
But yes,
Yes.
it definitely is paying off. 40 might not seem like a big thing to some
Listen,
people,
ma'am, on
but
YouTube Life, that's a lot.
Some of us have never gone that far, so
That's a lot.
every milestone is worth celebrating
Definitely
for me.
counts. Yes.
Yeah.
So, what exactly is Chop Life? Please let the people know, because let me know what's Chop Life. Because when I think of Chop Life, I think of like, I'm living my best baby girl lifestyle. That's it. Like, that's Chop Life. What is your definition of Chop Life?
So I mean, Chop Life is simply that, right? When you chop life, and if you listen to the song, the lyrics are very thought provoking. We really don't have that much time here. If you really think about it, you could be here today and tomorrow you're not.
Literally, just like that.
And so, I'm the type of person, I'm an overthinker. I worry about every and anything. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
it's not just a message for people, it's a message for me as well. Because there are days when I would wake up and I just would feel like I'm stuck in this world, stuck in the middle. But it came at a point where I was like, you know what? I don't think I've been living my life well. You know what I'm saying? Like, in being an adult also and getting to a certain level, it's like, I don't think I've really enjoyed
Live
life.
life, yes.
Yeah, I've not lived. There are certain things that I want to be able to go when it's time for me to go. I want to be able to say that I've
did
done
that. Yeah.
in this world. So that's part of how Chop Life came about. And just feel good vibes, man. There's a lot of sad songs out there, and I have my fair share of sad songs. I mean, I have sad songs galore. Okay. But I just wanted a different vibe. I wanted to give myself that encouragement to say it's okay. Relax. Chop life.
It's definitely giving chill vibes.
Yeah.
Talk about chill vibes. The video was definitely a dope vibe. I saw you with your orange shake. Saw you with your orange outfit. You know, looking real cute.
Yes.
Come on now. So talk to us about the video creative process. Like, how did that go about? Especially it was done in Cameroon.
Yes.
So
all of it was shot in Cameroon.
So so talk to us, like, walk us through, because you spent time in Cameroon, you worked, recorded, you shot the video and things like that. So how was that experience? And then, recording the Chop Life video in Cameroon. So talk to us all about that.
So at first, like I said, I had my reservations about going to Cameroon, right? But after working with Singo ID, kind of gave me hope. There's a lot of negative press and negative stuff surrounding my country right now, a lot. And so it was like, if we're going to talk about enjoying life and enjoying ourselves, I'm sure there are ways that people whose lives are not necessarily ideal enjoy themselves. In Cameroon, there's so many things to see and so many things to do. But if you only dwell on the dark side of things, that's where your life will end. So we figured, if we're talking about Chop Life, we're already going home and working with people who are showing positive energy in Cameroon. I'm sure that there's more that can come out of that. So we figured we'd shoot it in Cameroon. And of course, Singo ID in his lines, he was like, take my friends down to Kribi. I was like, listen, this is a Chop Life song. We have to go, because Kribi is a Chop Life town in
Okay.
Cameroon.
Okay.
It's the town where you go to enjoy yourself.
Okay.
So it's only right that that's where we would go shoot the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, basically just interacting with artists in the African diaspora and things like that, do you feel like it's necessary for a person to do you think that a person's career will actually succeed if they move back to Africa? Sometimes some people will be like, okay, I feel like America's enough for me. I need to go back to Africa and maybe see what I can do, and maybe you can give me my greatest potential or things like that. Do you feel like that's necessary?
To each his own. I can't really say about other people's journeys, but it's working for me so far. This is the step that, I had thought about it in the past, and I'd had people encourage me to do it in the past. But it just wasn't the right time, I should say. It wasn't the right time for me. But once I'd made up my mind, I was like, okay, let me try this. Let me stop having reservations. Let me believe in myself that I can do this. And I went home. It's working so far.
Yeah, I was going to ask, do you feel like that going to Cameroon, it gave you now that drive, that push to okay, I got to go even much harder now, and things like that?
Absolutely. Because the level of notoriety, I should say, that I'm gaining, I don't think I would have been able. So let's also consider the business aspect of it, right? Because we did mention business there's a lot that goes behind
that people don't know,
the song. The amount of money that I used to do what I did in Cameroon, I don't think I would have been able to achieve the same results here without the backing.
For sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to consider all these things, and you take a leap of faith and say, okay, this is the direction I'm going to take, and I'm going to do everything in my power to see that it works. Now, if you've done your all and it doesn't work, then that's that. Right. At least you've done that and gotten it out the way. So yes, it's working for me so far. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the next person's way of going about it. I still have a good diasporan following, and now I have the backing of the people back home,
right,
who didn't. And I don't know exactly why they don't know about us here as much, but they didn't know.
They know.
Honestly, they didn't. And now it's like people hit me up every day, and I don't really control my social media anymore. But when I go and I start reading messages, I get a lot of messages from people back home. So I feel that this was a necessary step for me.
That's really good. That's really good. Yeah. What are your plans for the next single? Is there a next single coming up? Are you nervous that you might feel like as if it's not gonna top Chop Life? Because Chop Life, tell you, is doing what it gotta do. So what are your plans for your next single?
So I didn't record just one song in Cameroon, and I haven't worked on only one song. So the goal is next year, 2022, there's an album.
Oh, that's a big. We need the little effect. Is this a SitM exclusive?
No. I already kind of mentioned in my other media tours that there's an album coming next year. However, that's as much as I'm gonna say.
Oh, okay.
There will be a number of singles coming from the album, obviously, before the album drops, but that's all I'm gonna say. There's an album. And about worrying if the next song would top Chop Life, of course I'm worried. I'm worried because honestly, if I'm being honest with you, right, I liked Chop Life from the jump, but that wasn't going to be my first single. It wasn't going to be my first single. So the way people have taken Chop Life, my baby, the one that was my baby, I was like, oh, this is me. Everyone should listen to this. If they don't take it, I think my heart will be broken. If they don't take it as much, if they don't really, but Chop Life it has a life of its own. And like I said, we've put in work, but I just didn't envision that the work would have taken the song that far.
Well, I'm telling you, it's definitely doing numbers.
Yeah,
it's definitely doing its thing.
Way
so
beyond
I'm positive, almost positive that the next thing, whatever you drop, the album is going to be definitely fire. So nothing to worry about.
Thank you.
What does VMG mean to you? Listen, I've heard that's those letters so many times. It's literally instilled in my head. VMG, which is Vintage Music Group. So what does that mean to you? A better question is, like I said earlier, this is the Queen Lady. This is the First Lady. of VMG.
Hey.
So how do you know, being in a group with all these guys and like you're like first lady, how do you feel? Like, is it weird? Is it like, okay, I'm the only girl here? I'm like, you know, talk about that.
No. They're my brothers. I think I get on their nerves. For the most part.
I'm pretty sure they get on your nerves. They get on your nerves?
Oh, they do get on my nerves. But I think I get on their nerves, especially about the music more than anything.
Okay.
They're like, oh, you're just... I'm not going to say my government name, but you're being... right now. And I'm like, oh, well, we got work to do.
Period. Let these men know.
Exactly. But VMG, we started a long time ago. KK and I, we go way back. So yeah, it's just, we're family. We've been working on this music thing for a long time.
Literally, it's like a gang of y'all. Like, y'all are literally like gangs.
Right?
Like, everywhere is VMG. That would tell you, like, I've been like, a part of Stuck in the Middle for like a while. Like, a little long now. And literally VMG is inside my brain. I'm just like, y'all really follow up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Squad.
Yeah. And they stick up for me, man.
I believe it.
Sound God and King K. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had brothers that are not my brother. Like, it's crazy.
That's
crazy.
dope. No, that's so dope. Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to the VMG because y'all are dope. Shout out to Charles because, you know.
And the entire crew. But my musical friends, I mean, I'm usually stuck in the studio with Sound God and King K. So
okay, gotcha.
We test each other out, and then we work, and then we play, and then we work again. And I'm like, okay, it's time to work. Sound God is way more serious than the rest of us. But yeah.
So I got a question. Is your DMs open, girl? Is you single? Is you married? Is you in a relationship? Is you what? You know? Oh, it's the...
Oh, his nails are pretty. Oh, y'all like this pink? It pops.
Lord. Oh, okay, so there's no ring, which means she's not married. But you still could be in a relationship with something. So what's up? What's T?
I mean...
Can the guys slide in your DMs? You know?
Listen, I ain't never stopped nobody from doing anything.
Ooh! Ooh! There we go.
But
listen.
Who said that the DMs would be outside?
Oh, I like that. Okay, she said y'all can slide in, but that don't mean she gonna reply. So okay, I mean, all right.
Listen, I've seen people slide into DMs that they knew they should not be sliding to. So I'm not going to tell you what to do, and I'm not going to tell you what I'll do either. But people who have slid in my DMs know exactly what I do.
Oh, I like that. Next question. Feisty. Next question. So what do you want the people to get out of your music? What do you want us to feel like? You want us to feel love? You want us to feel like passion? You want us to feel like, what do you want us to get out of your music? Because obviously, you know, you're doing this, you're not just for yourself, but
right.
like, you know, for the world to hear and things like that. So what do you want us, like, take us on that musical journey. What do you want us to hear out of it or expect?
Well, generally, I want people to feel happy. I want people to feel satisfied when they listen to my music. You ever listen to a song, even a sad song, and you're just like...
Yeah, it's like Summer Walker.
Yeah, like... even that's the feeling I want.
Right.
Sometimes I listen to songs and I'm just like, oh, that's good.
Like relatable.
Yeah. Like, I want you to feel like there's somebody else out there in the world who feels like me or who knows what's going on with me. You know, I'm not alone. Because there are times, and I'm also big on mental health, there are times in my life that I felt alone. And I'm talking about big family, friends, everything, and I still felt alone. So I hope that, you know, somebody out there, when they listen to me, is like, okay, I may not be able to speak about this thing right now, but definitely I'm not alone in this world.
Right.
And maybe one day I'll have the courage to say what's on my mind or express what I'm feeling. But until then, I'm not alone. So yeah, I want you to feel as satisfied as possible. I want you to dance. I want you to cry. I want you to sing along, and I want you to smile. All of it.
I think that's so dope because, you know, just like you said, relatable. Because there are people, and especially with mental health, like we really advocate on that. Mental health is a big thing, and there's so many people that's going through so many things in life, and you just don't know because they probably don't have that support system to talk about it or things like that. So, you know, just like you said, your music can probably touch so many people across the world, and you're just like, oh my God, like she's literally saying things that I'm feeling. Yeah. So it's just like, I think that's so dope. So I want to definitely say keep pushing because you are touching so many people and you probably don't even know. Like there could be people to be like, oh my God, listen.
Thank you.
I like you're literally, you know, expressing how I'm feeling. So I commend you. Keep pushing, sis, because it's hot out here. It's hot out here. So, what accomplishments do you see yourself achieving in the next 5 to 10 years? That can be music wise. It can be marriage. It can be kids. It can be whatever you want to call.
5 to 10 years. Musically, I want to have sold out.
Okay.
The Fillmore in the next 5 years.
Okay.
And I'm just saying the Fillmore because it's close to home. Is where I know. Well, the Fillmore here in the USA. This is the place that we all know.
Right.
I want to have sold out the Fillmore in the next 5 years, and I would love to collaborate with people beyond my country and beyond my immediate boundaries.
Who would you like to collab with?
Taiki.
She was ready for that question. She had that name. I'm ready.
I had it on lock. But yeah, he's Cameroonian, but he's based in France, and he's really, really good. I just love. I mean, everything about him, the branding, everything is like that's something
just all across the board.
Yeah, it's to be admired. Absolutely. But yes, pretty much, I want to have sold out the Fillmore in the next 5 years. And then after that, in the 5 years following that, we'll continue to sell out places, put out more music, and then have maybe 1 or 2 children.
Run around.
With whoever slides in my DM.
I'm weak. Oh, Lord. Well, see, you never know. But like she said, we don't know what she does in the DM. So
you don't know. Point, I mean, it's up to you.
What is your pet peeve music-wise? Like, what's a pet peeve that you're just like, nah, I can't?
Music-wise or just the industry generally?
You can. Okay, if you can't think of music-wise, give me the industry then. That's fine.
In the industry, don't call me nowhere to tell me you're giving me exposure. Please don't do it.
Why is that?
Because I work my tail off. Don't expose me for shit. I can expose myself. If I take my clothes off, expose myself. Oh. No, it's very annoying to tell somebody that I mean, I get it, right? There's certain platforms that you get on, and they give you a opportunity to expose yourself to more people. But let's not make a mistake. I'm practicing for hours.
Perfecting my craft.
You know what I'm saying? I could be somewhere else working and making money. Don't give me that you're exposing me. At least give me gas money, something. Don't call me anywhere for exposure. I'm sorry. Don't do it. I'm really sorry.
It's the gas money for me. Listen, because gas prices is going up.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
No joke.
I mean, it's just the largesse, the nonchalance with which some people say, it's exposure. Expose my nuts. Excuse my French. I digress.
Hilarious. Yo.
No. That is how I talk with my brothers. And they're always
I'm
like...
here for it. I like this. I like this. Like, we're not surprised. All the way real. Like, we're not surprised at all. Like, I'm loving this. Describe your perfect music video directed, produced by Nayah. Like, how would that be?
Perfect music video. Ooh. Now you're making me feel like I need to spill the tea on this.
Oh, spill the tea, sis.
I'm not spilling the tea. But yeah, maybe a video with girls, you know, girls' night out.
Okay.
You know, out in the town, colorful.
Living baby girl lifestyle.
Yes, chopping life. I mean, like, lights, nice cars, maybe with a top down.
Okay.
Wind blowing.
Yes.
Yes, you know I love a breezy life. I don't like stress. I don't like stress. I don't like stress at all.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what is some advice that you would give somebody that's upcoming, you know, that wants to make it in the music industry but just doesn't have that support system or that person to talk to or even resources though? Like, what advice would you give somebody?
Believe in yourself.
Yes.
That's where it starts. I was talking to somebody earlier today, and I told her, I was like, from a very early age, I knew from jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew that there was something I wanted to do or be in this music thing. And over time, I questioned myself. Like, I go forward and then I come back and one little mistake, and then I'm like, okay, I can't, and I get really afraid. But there was a tiny bit of belief. Now it's like a big blown wildfire of belief, but there was a tiny little flicker. And thankfully, you know, when God means something to be for you, it's your thing. Mm-hmm. But you have to believe it. When you believe it, it's going to push you to better yourself.
For sure.
To expose yourself. Not for somebody else to do it, for you to find the people who will mentor you to grow and be better in whatever. Yeah. So you have to start with believing in yourself. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. So where can these people find you? Where can we listen to your music? Where can we stream with all that good stuff?
Ooh, that's a good one. So now, if you just know me as Nayah,
there's no more Nayah now. Bye-bye.
So it's only Nayah. And I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok.
You actually be posting on TikTok?
Yeah, sometimes. I don't know. I'm trying to get into it. The whole videos.
No, that TikTok was hard.
Right?
Like,
it's like
actually.
And then you gotta edit it to make sure you're jumping in the right place. I'm like, this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But yes, I'll try. I'll try a little harder. But yes, on all these platforms, I am officially Nayah. So if you go, you have to type in officially Nayah.
No more T.
Yeah, no more T. So yes, that's how you can find me on the internet. My songs are pretty much everywhere. And one thing I do want to mention before I forget, people have asked me, what about your old songs? I didn't change the name on the old music so you can be able to differentiate, know the sense, draw a good demarcation, like a good line like this, so you know that Nayah was Nayah and this Nayah that you see now. But yeah, so I'm on Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, pretty much all of them.
The whole platform, whole shebang.
The whole shebang.
Y'all go stream my good sis music.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure y'all follow her.
YouTube.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Don't
Listen.
stream, bye.
Bye. Okay, bye. There we go.
Bye. So people don't come and kill us with exposure.
Yes. Okay. So before we wrap this up, I always play games with my guests.
Yes.
Okay. And like I said earlier, I was about to hit you with some singing, but
Well,
I'm gonna give you some justice because you know you're still recovering. So
Yeah.
We're gonna play this or that. So basically, I have topics, and you're gonna tell me which one. Mm-hmm. So it's just a quick 5 different things. So let me know. You ready? Mm-hmm. All right. So the first one is, who would you rather cover a song by, Beyonce or Mariah Carey?
Beyonce.
Why? Are you Beyonce for your beehive?
I love Mariah. She is Nayah's inspiration.
Okay.
But I learned how to get out of my comfort zone by listening and practicing Beyonce.
Okay, I thought you were one of the beehives.
I love Beyonce as well. I mean, but I don't know that I'm a beehive. I got on Beyonce's thing around Lemonade, and then listened to. But where I really became a fan of hers was on Lemonade. I've listened to her other songs before, but it was like
that one was really
yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right. Tiwa or Simi?
He said Simi. How you gonna answer for me? That's a tough. That's a.
They got two different sounds though.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough though because their voices are similar.
Mm-hmm.
I know Simi has a very sharp, high register voice, but Tiwa also does that.
Mm-hmm.
She does that high register. I'm probably gonna say Tiwa just because she's more popular.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think you would say Simi.
Why?
You mean like Simi vibes.
I do.
Yes. Like, just like Afro soul vibe type,
I love
Tiwa
Simi,
does
though.
that too. She does, but it's just like
Tiwa is very commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just because, okay, so I've known and I've loved Tiwa since Kele Kele Love.
Okay.
Which is why I'm more inclined to go with Tiwa
Gotcha.
than Simi.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Achoo or Arrow?
Why would you do that to a Cameroonian person? Why? Why? See, I'm a child of the grasslands, and so I should choose Achoo. But Arrow, I don't know. It's just it's just something. Listen, I love Achoo soup. I can drink the soup without the cocoa. If the cocoa is fine, but I'm not big on carbs. Well, I am big on carbs, just not cocoa. I don't know. Cocoa is not my favorite.
Okay.
But Arrow is the watafufu, the gari, cassava. Bring it, all of it. I'll eat the Arrow rice. What are you saying? Yeah.
All right.
I love Arrow. Arrow is Arrow for me.
Okay. Braids or weave?
Braids.
Really?
Yeah, I know it's this. This is not my regular life. You know me, you know it's braids.
Braids.
I'm doing this.
That's how you could sit down and do all that. I can't.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to try this new thing.
You're rocking it. You're doing a good job.
Well, thank you, because it took me forever to get it done. Oh my God, the struggle is real.
I can't do braids. I can't. That's sitting down. The last time I
Listen,
had
when
braids,
they
I was
come
in
out,
Africa.
they're just perfect.
I like it because you just wrap and go. Like you literally braids, you just go. But like it's just.
That's my life, and I'm more of like a natural hair girl. Like
Okay.
I like natural, the styles that are more that I grew up seeing.
Yeah.
More, home to me.
Gotcha.
I gravitate towards those more. Now, weaves, I would like wigs and stuff. I would say I'm trying out because I want to see if it makes my life easier because I work out a lot.
Okay.
And I'm trying really hard not to shave my hair because the next thing that I'll have to do is just cut it all off and not have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done it before.
Yeah.
It's like, and I go and my life is easy.
Yeah.
But when you have natural hair, you got to do this and do that. And then
It's
you're
a
working
process.
out. Yeah, it's not very easy. So I'm like, okay, if I can do cornrows quick, put the wig on and I can take it off and go. Let's see how this is a phase. I'm hoping that it works out. If it works out, you see more of this. If not, back to braids it is, and I'll sit. If I need to sit 12 hours, 13, 25,
God, no,
it is going to be what it's going to be. And I have a big head. And a big head full of hair. So it takes a long time for me to get my hair braided.
I just can't.
But I really prefer the braid style.
I sat down for 7 hours in Africa and I said, no, never again.
7, that's it.
The pulsating headache that I had is like my brain wants to scatter. I didn't do it again. I said, nah, after that, no.
No, but
wigs me, shoddy. Wig galore.
It shouldn't hurt that much with the new knotless.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's what's, oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Okay. Last but not least, Fashion Nova or Pretty Little Things? I was trying to find another one, but I didn't know what to put.
Is there a difference between them?
Charles said that too. He did say that. He said
because the things are just flimsy.
All
of the things are flimsy.
He literally said that it's all like naked clothes. It's pieces. Literally,
it really is. The things are very flimsy. I mean, honestly, if not because
Savage Fenty.
Savage Fenty?
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah.
Would you choose that? Would you throw that in a mix?
In the mix of this? Like her lingerie line?
Her clothes.
I haven't worn any of her clothes before.
Okay, so
I didn't know she had a clothing line.
We learn new things. She does.
Oh, don't tell. My money shall be wasted. Oh.
But okay, let's go back. We can do Fashion Over Pretty Little Things. If you had to choose.
Pretty Little Thing.
Pretty Little Things?
Yeah. I don't know. Something about Fashion Nova.
Because that's because everybody has the same Fashion Nova outfit on. You go to Cali Society, it's like 3 girls having the same It's like 3 babes. They have the same outfit on.
Hey,
like,
ain't nothing wrong with sharing clothes. It's freaking $10.99.
Listen, ain't nothing wrong with sharing clothes, but there's something wrong with me seeing 1, 2. I see Bethany, I see Jasmine, I see Tutu wearing the same outfit at Caldi's on the same night. It's a problem. No.
But if you're selling it for the low, and they're just going to wear it today and forget about it tomorrow, might as well, right?
That's true. Don't worry, we'll wake up the next morning.
No, but Fashion Nova, I just feel like that things, and I've bought Fashion Nova things, and
those are kind of expensive for no reason.
Expensive.
Jeans is $49.
Oh, they are now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's been a while.
All right. See, that was a this or that game. That wasn't bad. See, I told you I wasn't going to do nothing too wow.
Yes, thank you.
How was that?
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all.
Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
This was definitely, you funny. You actually funny. Like, I really thought so. I came here and I was like, okay, she's going to come in here and she's going to be like, straightforward, like, just down to like when I ask these questions, then that's it. But literally, you like made me laugh the whole entire time.
Well, thank you. See, your energy brings that out of me. It doesn't. Not everybody gets to get this. Pull this person out.
I'm lit, But no, thank you for coming through. I just want to thank you so much. I appreciate you. I commend you. Keep pushing. Keep going, sis. Because listen,
like
I said, it's hot out here for a pimp.
It's hard.
It's very hard, but you definitely doing a damn thing. So keep pushing. We all support you. We all love you.
Thank you.
Family. So keep it going.
Yes.
And whenever you want to come back and promote, we're here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
next single will be out soon.
Yes. So if you guys are new, welcome again. Welcome. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms, SitM Podcast. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. If you like what you see today, make sure that you give us a thumbs up. Make sure you comment as well. And that wraps up my segment for today. So I hope you guys all enjoy this episode and see you guys next week. Peace out.